And welcome to the sectional championship game for the Holy Cross Crusaders. Uh, we are in Martinsville Junior High School. We are excited to bring this broadcast to you today. Pregame today is sponsored by Holy Cross School, providing quality Catholic education in Champaign since 1912. We are Holy Cross. Again, if we take a look real quick, we'll take a brief look at both of these teams. Then we'll come back with longer looks in just a little bit after we thank some of our sponsors. But if we think ever so briefly about just the records and maybe what we might expect out of these teams, your Crusaders come in to this game with a record of 19 and 13. They took regional play. First game played Deland Weldon, won that game by a score of 46-4. Next took on one of their tougher opponents from the regular season, Next Generation. Played that game and won it by a score of 41-24, and then took the regional championship game against Decatur Unity, a game that was a little bit difficult maybe for Unity, had playing 3 games in 3 days, won that game by a score of 52-21 behind just an incredibly fast, hot start, and come into today's contest with a record of 19 and 13. If we take a look at Mattoon St. John's, I believe they are the Eagles. They come into this game, as best we can tell, with a 16 and 4 record. They had a couple of games that were pending after regional seeds were due, but weren't put in later. So as far as we know, they're 16 and 14. Could be as strong as 18 and 4. But they won their regional. They just had a couple of games that they had to play. They beat Martinsville by a score of 43-16, and then defeated a squad from Kansas by a score of 46-20. And if we think ever so briefly about last year in the sectional, it was Kansas against Holy Cross in a game that Holy Cross won by about a similar margin in last year's sectional game. So we are about 25 minutes before game time. We'll see players hit the court here in about 10 minutes or so. But while we wait for that, we're going to thank some of our sponsors for being part of today's broadcast, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Holy Cross School in Champaign, Illinois is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross. When the Crusaders miss a shot, they rely on a team effort to clean up the glass. Every week, you count on a team to haul your garbage away. The reliable, family-owned choice is Illini Recycling. As longtime supporters of Holy Cross, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you're not already a customer in Champaign, Savoy, or, as of January 1st, Mahomet, go to their website, IlliniRecycling.com, to sign up. Go Crusaders!
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead.
You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
Bought a rental property. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Late night calls, rent collections, paperwork, all of it. Not what you thought. Neves Group Property Management wants to take away your stress. We specialize in residential property management in Champaign, Urbana, on and off campus, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Visit our website at nevesgroup.com or give us a call at 217-377-8850. Let the professionals take over and take care of it all. People talk about their car being totaled. What about the driver? Are they totaled too? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law, and they're not going to let the insurance company total you out. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois. How long has it been since your last dental checkup? Is your snoring keeping your partner awake at night? Book an appointment with CU Dentist to take care of those pearly whites or to discuss options to get that snoring under control. CU dentists utilize state-of-the-art technology and cutting-edge techniques. Their office on Springfield Avenue in Champaign is perfect for that midday cleaning for Little Crusaders. CU dentists are longtime fans and supporters of Holy Cross School. Go Crusaders! If you need to update the flooring in your house, need to fix or replace that drafty window, or just want a new look for your front door, give Aaron Hartnett a call. Aaron has years of experience in the construction business and would be happy to fix whatever's broken. Just like the Crusader press can turn an errant pass into a basket, Aaron can help you turn your frustration into fixed. Call Aaron today at 217 819 1542.
And welcome back to Martinsville Junior Senior High School. We are about 21 minutes away from game time. We're going to get you caught up a little bit on what you can expect from your Crusaders and from the Eagles. During the break, I was told that I'm butchered Holy Cross's record. We are 19-3, not 19-13. So just so folks are aware, we've got that squared away. A couple of things of note for today. Probably the biggest thing on the side. No idea. Trying to go ask somebody. As we're getting ready for play tonight, want to talk a little. Probably the biggest news of today, and folks, we apologize if you're hearing some static. We're trying to look at that. We don't know if you guys can hear it. If you can, we're trying to get that fixed. We've got something plugged in that we're hoping that we can unplug here, but we're going to try with what we got for now. But probably the biggest news on the Holy Cross side of things is as we think about who's going to be available today. We know that Eli Marino is under the weather. He did go to school. He did attend half a day. He's going to give it a go tonight, but there's strong likelihood that he won't be playing as many minutes as he normally does. But I do think he's going to give it a go, and he's going to be there. But we'll expect to see maybe at least a slightly different rotation for parts of the game, with perhaps David Surratt seeing some extra minutes tonight. Could see maybe a different lineup where maybe we see 3 forwards in at a time, which is not typically the lineup that Holy Cross goes with. But we will wait and see. Part of it will also probably be dictated by game flow and game situations. But joining me again today is Dave Unger. Dave, I know you had the same drive that we did, so thanks for being here. Any first high-level thoughts coming into today's matchup?
No, it is interesting to hear about Eli, though, because as I was thinking about the game beforehand, and like, who have we not seen have a really I mean, we've had some stellar performances, and Eli has been one that has given them exactly what they needed in regionals. So thinking about the game, coming tonight, like, oh, maybe tonight is Eli where he stands out. We had Colton standing out in the regional championship with his assist work and hitting his groove went from 2 and 3. So maybe tonight is the night that Eli really pads the stat sheet in really visible ways, because he did it in a lot of subtle ways with his floating 2s in the championship game, continuing to help give that secondary look, aside from Colton having to do all the heavy lifting. So, kind of hopeful that Eli's going to have his time to shine as well. And maybe it won't be tonight. Maybe he'll have a Jordan game, right? Like he'll have the flu or be sick or whatever he's dealing with and come out and play it hard. But and maybe not, and that's fine. We've seen this team with Holy Cross be down Colton, be down Charlie, tonight maybe be down Eli, and still have so much depth that there are plenty of guys there in waiting able to pick up the slack. And that team game that they play allows them to never fully rely on an elite player. They have elite players, but they can take turns. They can distribute the ball in such a way that they all share the load. So if one guy is unavailable, there's still much strength for them to dive into in order to still pull out a victory tonight. So shame not to have him, but for this team, it's never the end of the world. They have so much talent.
Absolutely. I think that's probably one of the biggest things for Holy Cross is there is depth. There are people that come off the bench and have ways that they can contribute. Are they the complete player that Eli Marino is? No. And so I think that's the other thing. If you're one of the guys who's going to spend some extra time on the court because Eli's not 100%, you want to make sure that you're not trying to be Eli Marino. You're just trying to fill your
Exactly.
role, do your job, and put your team in a position to be successful. Um, so there's a lot of different ways that this can go, and we'll see how it goes. But if I'm going to, again, presume that most of the folks watching tonight are pretty familiar with Holy Cross. So what I want to do for a minute is kind of go through a little bit of what we know about the St. John's Eagles, which, to be fair, folks, is limited to my watching on my phone of 2 games on NFHS. Um, so it is a little bit limited, but one of the things that jumps out at you right away, and we got both teams on the court here as well, getting ready to begin their warm-ups. But St. John's has positional length and height. They are going to they're going to be pretty high pressure, but their scoring is really kind of a 3-headed monster. And I'm going to borrow Dave's book here, but the person that is the point person, the key player for St. John's is going to be Luke Taggart. Taggart is number 30. And in the 2 games that I watched, Taggart is the guy who is going to he's not a long range shooter. He is a post/forward type player. Does his damage mostly in the paint, but he's an excellent rebounder. He boxes out well. He's athletic. He does get out and run. So on a steal, he gets out in transition and can make his way to the hoop very quickly for an easy layup. So Holy Cross is going to have to get back and stop that. Their guards, they're going to be led by Harrison Wetzel and Chandler Beasley. Wetzel and Beasley both have the ability to hit from long range. Wetzel seems to take more shots than Beasley, at least in the, again, limited video that we were able to see. But Wetzel is probably the first guy that I think in both games, St. John's won the tip, got down into the half court quickly, and Beasley put up a 3-point, or sorry, Wetzel put up a 3-point shot almost right away. So Holy Cross is going to have to make sure that they close out on both of those players because both of them are effective shooters. Then the other post player that plays a key role for St. John's but does a little bit less of the scoring is going to be Brady Bales. Bales is, again, he's does a great job boxing out. He does a great job getting rebounds. He is not as athletic or not scoring minded as Taggart. Taggart, ball within 7 feet, you can be fairly confident a shot's going to go up unless he's double teamed. Bales is a little bit less likely, more likely to pass out to try to look for another open player, another open shooter. And then we talked to Coach just before we went on the air, and then the 5th starter is going to be Jackson Varala. And Varala doesn't score a whole lot, and you know, any player at this level is capable of having an impact on the game. And so I don't want to tell you that Varala is not going to be an impactful player because he certainly might be. However, of the 5 starters, he at least scores the fewest points in the games that we watch. So again, I expect to see in every game we see role players contribute in significant ways, and tonight could be Varela's night, so we'll see what happens. But I think, to me, in just watching the 2 games, what I would expect is those top 3 players. It's different because I think Holy Cross has more of a guard focus versus a post focus, but I think there's a lot of evenness in the top 3 players with the skills that they have. Again, they're different. Where I see the difference for Holy Cross is when you get to players 4, 5, 6, and 7. I feel like Holy Cross has more depth than St. John's does, and we'll see if that plays out the way that we kind of expect. But that, to me, is my initial thought on what is most likely to be the difference in the game. That and who controls the paint.
Yes, because certainly one of Holy Cross's strengths are second chance points. Rebounds on the defensive end, but especially those rebounds on the offensive side, allowing them to clean up the rare times that a three-pointer doesn't go in for our exceptional guards. And this, you know, for myself not having seen the team, but to hear you give the description of what they're up against, this sounds like a different look than the type of teams they have seen recently, where, like against Unity, they were matched up against a very guard-focused team as well, and they had their way underneath. And with their other competition, when they had somebody who was maybe closer to their caliber, a lot of times it came to the guard play. But tonight, with two teams that have differing strengths, it's going to be an interesting matchup to see if Holy Cross can still retain that advantage on the boards, or if that's something they're going to have to work even harder at, or rely more heavily on their guards to do the scoring. Can Holy Cross on the defensive side be able to move laterally well with them and box out well so that a team like St. John's is not able to get the kind of rebounds that they might normally be used to if they're so successful as at the forward position. So yeah, I think that's going to be something entertaining to watch tonight, is what the action is like inside the paint on both sides.
And you talked about, tonight maybe being the night that you would have hoped to see maybe Eli erupt and have an Eli game. To me, if I'm to pick one player on Holy Cross before the game starts that I think is most likely to have the biggest impact, my money tonight is on Charlie Young. And if Charlie can control Taggart, if he can keep him off the glass, if he can make him uncomfortable with the post moves and shots in the paint, at least when he's in the game, because we know Charlie is going to take some breaks. He's going to have some rest, and we're going to see Michael Hartnett. And so then it becomes, can Michael, come close to replicating that same type of Charlie presence, right? There's a difference definitely in height, but in some ways, Michael makes the offense flow a little better. So sometimes that's a trade-off that you are definitely willing to live with, that the defense isn't maybe quite as strong, but the offense can flow a little bit better. So we'll see how that plays out. To me, Charlie is the key, and that's not to say that Jack Skibas can't play an important role and that he won't, because I don't think it's a one-man. It's not a one-man assignment to stop Luke Taggart from the two games that I've seen. So Jax is going to play an important role tonight as well. Don't get me wrong, because again, they've got two forwards who can rebound and can cause lots of problems. The other thing that, and again, just watching film, and again, we haven't seen these two teams on the court together at any point. I would expect Holy Cross to have at least a little bit of a speed advantage, particularly in the backcourt. But again, we'll see how that goes when we get to game time.
Yeah, that's always a fun dimension to these as well when you face up against a new team. You're used to practicing your offensive half court. You're used to trying to solidify what you do on defense in the half court, and that's where most of the possessions would take place. But when it comes to talking about those fast break opportunities and the transition game, that's oftentimes difficult to coach up, where we know a defense that we would like to play against, and so when we match up, like, this is how we're going to practice our sending the ball out, running up the floor, working on finishing in the fast break. But you don't know what this team is going to throw at you. Like, the sets and the looks on offense and defense are fairly standard, whether it's motion or set offense or triangle, and then on defense, if it's zone or matchup, like, you run those things. But there's so many different looks and different iterations of what you might see in transition. That's where the creativity and that speed factor and the ability, as we've talked a lot about some of the Holy Cross players, their vision for moving the ball well up the floor, or on defense, their vision for a guy like Ritter to be able to know what the offense might try to do to break your press, to try to get around your pressure. That kind of instinctual and creative performance is potentially going to be something you see here. It's something you can't always fully plan for, except to try to execute your own. But then how the players improvise in the course of the game and respond to the punches that the other team gives, that's exposed most of all in the transition. So fun element to be looking for tonight too.
All right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to thank a couple more of our sponsors again. Again, your pregame show is sponsored by Holy Cross School, providing quality Catholic education in Champaign since 1912. We are Holy Cross.
The Sharp family and Sharp Family Farms want to wish the best of luck to the 8th grade team on their postseason run. The Sharp family have been farming in East Central Illinois for 5 generations and grow corn and soybeans. The Sharps are avid supporters of Holy Cross School. If you have farmland you're looking to lease, contact Adam and he'll be happy to chat with you. Go Crusaders! Have you been hurt? Are your medical bills skyrocketing? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law. They'll get you the compensation you deserve. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Champaign County, you need to come first. At the Scott Bechtel Group, they believe that if you're not left with an amazing experience, they haven't done their job. They don't measure success through achievements or awards, but through the satisfaction of their clients. For all of your real estate needs, call the Scott Bechtel Group at Keller Williams Realty, the Real Estate Center of Illinois, 217 239 7202. We all have it, that list of things you want done around the house. Finding someone to do it is overwhelming, and you just don't want to be ripped off. Black Diamond Maintenance is your go-to honey-do list guy. Want that big mirror hung up? Bathroom refresh? Want a new coat of paint in the living room? We are your guy. The list of what we can do is endless. Champaign, Urbana, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Give us a call for your free estimate. 217-377-8850. Let our guys be your guy. It takes a lot to be a coach. It takes even more to be a great coach. You plan practice, go to the games, worry about playing time, and skill development. The Holy Cross 8th graders have been blessed with great coaches and great coaching. The parents would like to sincerely thank the Holy Cross 8th grade boys basketball coaches for their time, leadership, and dedication to these young men.
And welcome back to Martinsville Junior Senior High School. Again, we are about 5 minutes left before game time. We've had the captains meeting, and it looks like for Holy Cross, it's our normal captains, Colton and Eli. On the Eagles sides, it was Taggart and Wetzel, which again, as we look at their point scoring and the way that they played the last couple of games that we were able to get at least some look at, that's not surprising. Those two kind of lead the front and back court for their team. One of the interesting things, yeah, we'll save that. We'll save that maybe for the post-game show. Again, tonight is, there's a lot of different ways that this can go. I expect this to be a really tight, close game. I think it depends largely on who controls the paint. If either team gets a lot of second chance opportunities, if either team prevents the other squad from getting second chance opportunities, I think that's likely to be the difference in the game. Watching the press from St. John's in the last couple of games, it was broken relatively easily. Now, whether or not that was by design, maybe if they're just trying to slow teams down, maybe they're not really looking to force turnovers, maybe, or maybe they were saving something for tonight based on matchups that they kind of expected to see happen, or maybe there's just the way the game flow went. There's a lot of variables there. But the other thing I think to look, I think I hypothesize that the guard play could be maybe an advantage for Holy Cross. And if St. John's does press, that maybe that can lead to some fast break opportunities for Holy Cross and hopefully some easy buckets. The other thing that I wanted to mention just briefly, there's not a lot of overlap in common opponents between these two schools, practically none. But there are a couple of points of comparison maybe that we can look at. And so this Mattoon St. John's squad, they played Findlay Okaw Valley during the regular season. They won that game by a score of 34-22. So about a 12, or sorry, they won that game 34-22. So about a 12-point advantage. Now again, the points of comparison, this is where it gets dicey, folks. If we look at Holy Cross, we have to go comparison to comparison, right? So Findlay Okaw Valley played Decatur Unity in the regional, and Decatur Unity won that game by about 9 points, I think, when it was all said and done, but it was close most of the game. It was back and forth. Both teams had a chance to win. Now, Holy Cross beat Decatur Unity by 31 points. But as we've talked about before, the qualifiers, 3 games back-to-back days, large number of their key players are 6th and 7th graders. And again, it's not just the physical of playing 3 games in a row, it's the mental component of playing 3 big important games in a row that may have contributed to the way that game went. So that's probably the closest, best point of comparison that we have. The other semi-reasonable comparison that we have, if we look at Stewart's and Strasburg, or Stu Straws, beat St. John's 39-34 in the regular season. But then Stu Straws beat Effingham St. Anthony by 1. And Effingham St. Anthony made the state finals 7-1A last year. So we know that they're a quality team. So again, it's comparison upon comparison. But again, what I think it all comes down to, we just expect this to be a really good game, tight contest between a couple of good squads. And it's going to come down to, Davis, we've talked about in other broadcasts, who executes best. I think we're getting ready for the national anthem here, and it looks like the flag is to our right that we can't actually see. So we are going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a little bit with sectional championship game.
When disaster strikes, every second counts. Blue Sky Restoration is on call 24/7, ready to respond to fire, water, and storm damage the moment it happens. We act fast to protect your home, your business, and everything that matters. For mold cleanup and reconstruction needs, we bring the same urgency, care, and expertise. Our crews communicate clearly from start to finish, because it's not just about fixing damage, it's about restoring your confidence. Call your local team here at Blue Sky. We're ready when you need us most.
Wild Botanicals is a small batch, all-natural bath and body company based in Champaign, Illinois. Founded in 2013, we began with simple, heartfelt creations, soap and lip balm, and have thoughtfully expanded our line ever since. Every recipe is intentionally formulated to rejuvenate, repair, and replenish the skin for everyday living. From start to finish, each product is poured, bottled, and labeled by hand, ensuring quality, care, and a personal touch in every batch.
And welcome back. Welcome back to Martinsville Junior Senior High School sectional championship game between those St. John's Eagles and your Holy Cross Crusaders. And we've got the starters for Holy Cross, and they're the same 5 starters that we've seen for most of the important games all season. We've got Braden Ritter, Eli Marino, Colton Stonecipher, Jackson Gibas, and Charlie Young. And for St. John's, we've got 21, who's going to be Chandler Beasley. We've got 25, Harrison Wetzel. 45, which is Jackson Barala. 30, Luke Taggart, and 34, Brady Bales. And with that, folks, we are going to get the clock set up here, and we're going to go with the tip for sectional championship game here in Martinsville. It's going to be Young versus Taggart for the jump. Tip's going to be controlled by Beasley. Beasley in the front court quickly. It's Wetzel. Wetzel going to dump it inside. 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound, Bales. Bales look for some help. Now he's going to dribble out. He's going to find Taggart. Taggart pump fake, shot up, and it's going to be good. 2-point bucket for Taggart. 2-0 lead for the Eagles. Crusaders inbound to Stonecipher. Stonecipher goes front court quickly to Gibas. Gibas to Marino. Marino to Stonecipher. They set the offense to kind of a 2-3. Right wing, it's Ritter. 3-point shot up, going to be no good. Short rebound to Taggart. Taggart to Beasley. Beasley into the front court. Along the left wing, guarded there by Ritter. Up top to Varala, right side, now to the right corner. It's going to be a 3-point shot up and no good by Wetzel. Rebound initially controlled by Marino, but I think he stepped out of bounds. Nope. Ball's out of bounds off St. John's. Holy Cross against that pressure. Marino now to Stonecipher. Stonecipher going to drive to the basket. He's going to put up a 2-point shot up, and it's good. Holy Cross not going to start with any pressure. And now it's going to be Beasley along the left wing, guarded by Ritter. Picks up his dribble, tries to go down to Bales. Bales' 2-point shot up is no good. Rebound to Young. Young to Marino. Marino brings the ball into the front court, goes to the left wing to Stonecipher. Pump fake. He's going to another pump fake. He's going to put up a 3. It's going to be short. Rebound controlled by Wetzel. Wetzel lost the handle for a second, but picked it back up. 2-2 our score. Goes left wing to Beasley. Beasley down. Shot up and no good there by Taggart. Rebound by Bales. And they're going to get a foul. I'm going to go with Charlie Young, who's going to pick up that foul. Unfortunate for the Crusaders.
Seeing those battles inside right away with the Eagles trying to do all they can to feed inside and try to make Holy Cross move left and right to try to cover Taggart and
Bales has 2 free throws. The first one is up and good. Bales didn't look like the strongest free throw shooter from the games that I watched, but makes the first. Second shot is up and good. So what do I know? Full court pressure for the Eagles. It's to Stonecipher's across the timeline. He's trapped. He gets it to Marino. Marino's going to go right wing to Ritter. Ritter thought about a 3, doesn't. Now it's Marino, back to Ritter. Now he's going to put up that 3. It's going to be long, no good. Rebound controlled by Gibas. Gibas' shot up, no good. Contested by Bales. Now it's quickly to Beasley. Beasley against Ritter. A lot of trouble, a lot of pressure. Now they're going to get it down to Taggart. Taggart going to drive to the basket. 2-point shot up, no good. Oh, they're going to get Charlie again. And that's going to be one of the challenges for Holy Cross. Charlie Young now in foul trouble. 3:49 left to play in this first quarter. Going to send Taggart back to the line for 2. First shot up and good for Luke Taggart.
Taggart and Bale's just really athletic down there, and so as I was trying to put out there earlier, they're going to find ways to try to keep feeding them and dance around those guys. Holy Cross at a little disadvantage with Charlie having to sit down here for a bit.
Taggart's second shot up, no good. Rebound Gibas, and we're going to get a foul on the other end, though. And that foul is going to go against Beasley, and that'll be his first. 5-2. Eagles on top. It's Marino against that pressure. Now goes to Ritter. Ritter into the front court. Now back to Marino on top. Now to Ritter. Ritter to Marino. Back to Ritter. Now they're going to get it down to Gibas. Gibas trying to look for some help. Gets it to Hartnett. Hartnett out to Stonecipher. Stonecipher's going to put up a 3. No good. Rebound Bales. He gets it to Beasley, and St. John's is out and running. Nice stop there by Ritter. You get it down to Taggart. Taggart's 2-point shot up. No good. Rebound Hartnett. 3:15 to play. Eagles on top, 5-2. Stonecipher against pressure at the top, goes to Marino. Marino drives for the basket, pulls it back, needs some help, gets it to Stonecipher. Stonecipher tried to go down to Gibas. It got through. Layup is up and good. I think that might have been Beasley who got a hand on it but couldn't quite corral it and still made its way into Gibas. 5-4.
Eli tugging on his jersey. He's looking for a sub. Maybe he's feeling a bit of the effects from whatever he's dealing with.
And now it's Taggart in the right corner, guarded by Marino. Ball's knocked away, stolen, collected by Ritter. Holy Cross now going to call a full timeout. Going to get in a sub, and we're going to go to commercial. We'll be back in just a minute.
A shout out for Braden Ritter. 4 amazing years of basketball excitement has got us here. Good luck to the Holy Cross Crusaders. We love you, Scrappy V. Mom, Dad, and Austin. Another shout out, Big Mike, number 45. We are so incredibly proud of how far you've come on this team. You've done a great job guarding your teammates on and off the court. Go out and show them what you're made of. Good luck during the game. From Mom and Dad.
And we're back in first quarter action. St. John's 5, Holy Cross 4. David, you mentioned you saw Eli tugging on his jersey, and so David Surratt's going to check into the game for Holy Cross. So early on, Holy Cross, in some ways, down 2 starters. Checking into the game for St. John's is going to be number 24, Christopher Varela. Apparently, we got 2 Varelas. So we'll do our best with that. So Surratt will inbound. He's going to go to Ritter. Ritter now into the front court. Going to dribble handoff to Stonecipher. He's going to get a screen from Hartnett. Hartnett drives to the basket. He traveled. Michael, I think, was maybe a little bit surprised with the amount of open space that he had and didn't put the ball down on the floor before he took off. 2:25 to play. 2-3 zone for Holy Cross. This is Beasley with pressure from Ritter. He's going to go right. Now he's going to be picked up by Surratt. They're going to dump it down inside for Bales. Bales, 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound knocked away, and it's going to be eventually controlled by Gibas. Gibas to Ritter, Ritter to Stonecipher. 2 minutes to play. Colton wants to push the pace a little bit. Screen by Gibas. Hands it off back to him. Ball's going to be knocked away. Surratt saves it, gets it to Stonecipher. Colton, ooh, that was a travel too, yep. Colton thought about a pass down low, thought about a shot, but didn't do either one and decided a little bit too late to go to Ritter across the wing.
St. John doing a pretty good job so far of disrupting what Holy Cross likes to do out on the perimeter.
St. John's all the way in the front court to Wetzel. Now it's back to Beasley. Beasley guarded by Surratt. Now they go left wing to Wetzel. Wetzel guarded by Ritter. Back to Beasley. Right side to Varela. Up top to Beasley. Now they're going to go to that left corner. Wetzel can't get a shot up. Now he's going to go cross court. Back up top. Now they're going to left corner again. It's Wetzel. Short shot's going to be no good. Rebound Stonecipher. Nice box out there from Colton. Keeps Taggart off the glass. Into the front court. Ball is going to be stolen eventually by St. John's. And quickly they get it down to Taggart. Taggart's 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound. Beasley. Steal there by Gibas. Gibas gets it to Stonecipher. We've got just over a minute left to play. Stonecipher into the front court. Goes crossed. We're on the right side to Ritter. Ritter looking for help. Goes back up top to Surratt. Surratt to Stonecipher. Stonecipher right wing to Ritter. Ritter dumps it down to Gibas. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound controlled by Bales. Bales to Beasley. Into the front court. They're going to, oh, that's a travel. Now we got it on the other side. It's a nice job there by Surratt forcing some pressure.
The Eagles are making a commitment to always have someone on Stonecipher. So Colton's having some trouble getting the kind of freedom he's used to. They're trying to set screens for him to free him up because he really had his way, I thought, with Wetzel in the first quarter, pulling off of him, but just not getting the threes that he's accustomed to having.
And we'll keep it right here. This is a 30-second timeout. So, yeah, that's one of the things that I noticed, Dave. The other thing that I noticed when the Eagles are on offense is that they also seem to be committed to getting Wetzel and Beasley looks in the corner. And so Holy Cross is going to have to close out on those. I personally think Hartnett did a really nice job getting out there to cover up Wetzel. Wetzel is an accurate shooter, but again, just my observations, it didn't look like the quickest release. So if you can close out quickly, you can make life at least a little bit interesting. We're back to action with 40 seconds to play in this first quarter. It's Ritter. Ritter to Stonecipher. Back to Ritter. Left corner 3. It's going to be up, and it's good. Braden Ritter hits the 3, puts Holy Cross on top 7-5. First lead of the game for the Crusaders. And now it's Beasley. Beasley to Wetzel. Wetzel up to the middle. Now they're going to go left corner. And I think Pine checked in. I didn't see him check in before, but he's out there. That's Wetzel's 3. It's going to be up and good. So quick answer for St. John's. We got 7 seconds left. They got to go quickly. 5. Oh, going to get a steal. Oh, and that's a travel on the other side, but they didn't call it. And that long 3 just barely rimmed out for Beasley. But at the end of 1, it's St. John's 8, Holy Cross 7. We'll be back in just a minute.
We've got another shout out. Violet, have fun cheering. We are proud of you. Love Mom, Dad, Bubby, and Papa. A shout out for Jax Gibas. Jackson Joseph, we love you on and off the court. Have a great game. Love Mom, Dad, and Jen. Congratulations, David, on a fantastic regular season. Good luck to you and the Crusaders on your march toward a state title. Love Mom, Dad, Emily, and Sarah.
And we're back. We're getting ready for second quarter action here between the Crusaders and the Eagles. Again, that score, St. John's 8, Holy Cross 7. Holy Cross took their first lead with a 7-5 advantage, getting a 3 from Braden Ritter, but St. John's comes right back and hits a 3 of their own from Wetzel. And Marino's checked back in for Holy Cross. So now it's Marino. Marino, he drives left. Now he's going to pull it back right, needs some help. And he traveled, just extended a little bit too far. So that's unfortunate for the Crusaders. Have that possession right out of the quarter, ending in turnover. Now it's Beasley. Beasley guarded by Ritter. He's going to go right. He's going to drop it down inside for Taggart. Taggart tried to go inside, but now it's going to be stolen by Stonecipher. Ritter was out running, but Colton didn't, A, have time to see him, or B, a way to get him to pass. Try to go cross court to Marino. It's knocked out of bounds there by Wetzel.
Even in that play, we're seeing how the length of the Eagles is causing some problems. It's difficult to get the ball inside. They're not getting the same kind of looks on the perimeter.
Oh, what a beautiful pass by Stonecipher. Colton drove to the basket, found an open Michael Hartnett, threaded the needle, and a 2-point bucket. Crusaders retake the lead. Quickly, it's Taggart. Now it's going to be up top to Beasley. Try to go inside. It's knocked away, but it's in the hands of Taggart. 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound, Hartnett. Hartnett to Ritter. Ritter back to Stonecipher. Crusaders trying now to push that advantage a little bit higher. Left wing, it's Marino. Marino dribbles, hands up top to Ritter. Ritter to Stonecipher. He's going to launch a long three. It's going to be up and no good. Rebound controlled by Bales. Oh, and they didn't see Taggart running the floor, but Gibas gets down there, and that's unfortunate. Jackson didn't quite get into position. Nice job by Taggart, stealing him off, hits the layup, and gets the foul. Puts the Eagles on top 10-9. Should be Jackson's first foul, though, so at least he's kept that sheet pretty clean so far. Taggart's free throw is going to be up and good. 2-point advantage for St. John's. Against that pressure, it's Marino. Marino to Stonecipher. Stonecipher into the front court. Gets it back to Marino. Now they're going to go left wing, Ritter, and it just slipped through his fingers. And no turnover is a good turnover, but one that was a little bit unforced like that is a little bit harder to swallow.
They found Holy Cross has to extend their perimeter. They're playing so much closer to the sidelines just because St. John's keeps pushing them out that far.
In the front court, it's Wetzel. Wetzel back to Beasley. Beasley going to go right side to Bales. Bales really far from the basket, which is not where he's comfortable. Out top to Beasley. Now it's back to Taggart. Taggart's 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound, Gibas. Gibas to Ritter. And St. John's gets back in transition very quickly, which makes breakouts difficult to come by. Now in the front court, it's Ritter. Ritter's going to drive to the basket, look for some help. Gets it to Gibas. His 2-point shot is going to be no good. He's going to get a foul. That's going to be Bales. So for Bales, that'll be foul number 1. Send Jackson to the free throw line to shoot 2. Jacks with a couple of dribbles, and the first free throw is up and good.
The Eagles seem content to let them to do those dump-ins to Jackson, to Michael. And Jackson got some good looks in the first quarter, wasn't able to put most of them in, but hopefully that turns around like at this last play.
Thompson checking in for St. John's. Gibas' second free throw is up, and it's going to be short. He's going to get his own rebound. He's going to pull it out to Marino. Stonecipher back to Marino on the left wing. He's going to drive to the basket, put up a 2-point shot. It's going to be no good. Rebound controlled by Taggart. Taggart looking, trying to decide, does he want to push the pace or not? They're going to try to go inside. Now they're going to go left wing out to Beasley. His 3-point shot up is good. Again, I told you, Beasley and Wetzel, when left open, can make threes. Against that pressure, it's Stone Cipher. Stone Cipher, oh, the ball's going to be knocked away. It's going to be stolen by Beasley. His 2-point shot up is good. 16-10. Crusaders really have to settle down and get a good possession here. Into the front court quickly, it's to Gibas. Gibas going to hand it off to Ritter. Ritter to Marino. Go to Stone Cipher. Stone Cipher going to drive to the basket. A little floater is going to be long. Ball's knocked around, controlled by Gibas, out to Ritter.
Colton's had that anytime he wants it. He's taken Wetzel with no problem. Every single time, drop step is crushing him.
Going to go cross court to Ritter. Ritter's going to put up a three. It's going to be no good. Oh, Hartnett didn't quite get the box out. And on the run, it's Taggart. Taggart quickly into the front court. 2-point shot up and good. Again, you got to stop him when he's in transition. And we're going to get a timeout for St. John's. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in just a second after a couple of shout-outs.
A shout out for Avery Natchke, cheering loud and proud for Holy Cross. Avery, watching you cheer is such a joy. You bring nonstop energy, firing up the crowd and soaring as a fearless flyer. Purple and gold pride all the way. Love Mom, Dad, and Landon.
And welcome back to Martinsville Junior Senior High School. Again, we're in the second quarter here. St. John's Eagles 18, Holy Cross Crusaders 10, 2:42 left to play in this second quarter. Holy Cross struggling a little bit from the perimeter. Struggling a little bit with the pressure. Got to slow it down. Now it's Ritter along the left side. He dribbles into the front court. Now he's going to be double teamed. He's going to need some help. He throws it up, and I think Coach Stone Cipher called a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Coach Unger, what do you tell your players when they get across the half-court line against pressure? What do you tell them not to do?
Well, we talk about the no-no corners, and unfortunately, Braden found himself in one of those right there. You know, certainly when you're playing press defense, you're like, that's exactly where we want to trap them. And if you're on offense, you stay away from that at all costs. If you're dribbling along that sideline, you keep going no matter what, but you don't tend to pick up the ball there, especially against a team that's great at at disrupting the passing lanes because of their length. So. Got to keep it out of those bad no-no zones.
And I think that, again, not the place you want to stop ever, but especially Braden being one of the shorter players on the court against the length of St. John's. That was a double whammy. Now it's Marino. Marino up top to Ritter. Ritter, he's going to drive the paint. He's going to get it to Marino. Back to Ritter. Marino going to dump it down to Hartnett. Oh, Michael could have gone deep into the paint if he'd wanted to. Now it's back to Marino. Ritter's going to put up the three. Oh, in and out. Rebound controlled by Taggart. Really wanted that one to go for Braden quickly in the front court. It's Thompson. Thompson looking for some help. He's going to get it to Taggart. Now Taggart's going to drive the basket. They're going to go cross court. It's going to be a three-point shot by Wetzel, and it's good. Again, Wetzel, when open, is an assassin. Now in the front court, it's Holy Cross. Marino to Ritter. Marino. There we go. He's going to drive the basket. Kick it back out to Ritter. Marino. Drive. Dish to Gibas. 2-point shot up. No good. Rebound. That should be tapped out and out of bounds off of Wetzel, and it is.
Eli, we would normally see just power his way through the middle on those drives. He has feasted on those in the past, so whether it be what St. John's is showing or how he's feeling tonight, it's not characteristic of what we typically see.
Turnover there by Holy Cross and steal by Wetzel. They're going to go to Beasley. Beasley back to Wetzel. Wetzel guarded by Stone Cipher. To Beasley. Now they're going to go to the left corner to Taggart. Taggart going to drive the basket. He gets around Hartnett. 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound's going to be controlled by Wetzel. Wetzel to Beasley. Back to Taggart. Taggart cross court to Wetzel. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebound controlled by Stone Cipher. Colton's going to push the pace. Couldn't find anybody. Oh, a little bit of a dangerous pass. Ends up in the hands of Hartnett, though. And they're going to reset the offense. Stone Cipher. Now they're going to go to Marino. Gibas. Gibas dribbles into the paint, gets it to Ritter. He's going to go cross court to Marino. Marino now going to drive to the basket, look for some help, gets it to Stone Cipher. Now to Ritter. Ritter had a Hartnett. Hartnett could have taken a shot, but decided not to. Now Colton's going to drive into the paint, throws up a prayer, gets answered by Ritter. Now Drive to the paint. Eli with an 18-footer. It's going to be short. Rebound. Beasley, but he's going to go to the ground. That's going to be a travel. It was a nice job by Gibas to provide some pressure. Did a nice job not to foul as well. Didn't want to pick up a second one.
Would love to see Ritter pull the string on some of those open looks just to get us some shots up.
14 seconds left before halftime. Eli, now we're going to go. Oh, ball's going to be knocked away, controlled by Ritter. 8 seconds, got to get a quick one here. Marino, he's going to drive in. He's going to drop it off of Ritter. Ritter's going to put up a long three. It's going to be no good. And that'll do it for half number one. St. John's on top, 21-10. We'll be back with the High School St. Thomas More halftime show here in just a couple of minutes.
Holy Cross School in Champaign, Illinois is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross. When the Crusaders miss a shot, they rely on a team effort to clean up the glass. Every week, you count on a team to haul your garbage away. The reliable, family-owned choice is Illini Recycling. As longtime supporters of Holy Cross, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you're not already a customer in Champaign, Savoy, or, as of January 1st, Mahomet, go to their website, IlliniRecycling.com, to sign up. Go Crusaders!
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead.
You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
Bought a rental property. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Late night calls, rent collections, paperwork, all of it. Not what you thought. Neves Group Property Management wants to take away your stress. We specialize in residential property management in Champaign, Urbana, on and off campus, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Visit our website at nevesgroup.com or give us a call at 217-377-8850. Let the professionals take over and take care of it all. People talk about their car being totaled. What about the driver? Are they totaled too? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law, and they're not going to let the insurance company total you out. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois. How long has it been since your last dental checkup? Is your snoring keeping your partner awake at night? Book an appointment with CU Dentist to take care of those pearly whites or to discuss options to get that snoring under control. CU Dentist utilize state-of-the-art technology and cutting-edge techniques. Their office on Springfield Avenue in Champaign is perfect for that midday cleaning for little Crusaders. CU Dentists are longtime fans and supporters of Holy Cross School. Go Crusaders! If you need to update the flooring in your house, need to fix or replace that drafty window, or just want a new look for your front door, give Aaron Hartnett a call. Aaron has years of experience in the construction business and would be happy to fix whatever's broken. Just like the Crusader press can turn an errant pass into a basket, Aaron can help you turn your frustration into fixed. Call Aaron today at 217-819-1542.
And welcome back to Martinsville Junior Senior High School. Your halftime show is sponsored by the High School of St. Thomas More. Students today, community leaders tomorrow, Christ disciples forever. Dave, run us through the numbers.
For Holy Cross, we've got 1 for 9 shooting from 3. Braden's got the only one of those for us so far. 3 for 10 from inside the arc for a 30% clip. 7 turnovers, 13 rebounds, which is I don't know, maybe about where we'd be at, but maybe a little shy of what we're accustomed to. Because on the other side, St. John's, 16 rebounds. And actually, just watching the pace of the game before looking down at the numbers, I would have thought St. John's might have had a few more. So it's encouraging to see that we are getting a few second chance looks. But yeah, certainly for St. John's, as the score would indicate, they were shooting much better. 3 for 8 from the three-point arc, 4 for 10 inside. They're just being very selective, and except for a drought for them in the first quarter, in the second, we saw them really start to pull away. So for Holy Cross, we've got Jack Gibas and Braden Ritter both with 3, and then Michael Hartnett and Colton Stonecipher with 2 each. And certainly, like you said in the postgame, it's that three-headed monster. It's Taggart with 8, Wetzel with 6, Beasley with 5. They're the ones that we have to find a way to slow up, or at least one of them to get into a funk so that they can focus more attention on the others.
Well, and one of the, again, watching the couple of games at St. John's that I was able to watch, Taggart and Wetzel, they're assassins from the outside if they're open, and so Holy Cross is going to have to find some kind of way to get out and close out a little bit faster, a little bit sooner on them. Because if huge if qualifier, folks, but if you can take away that 3-point shooting from the outside, then the game's a little bit more manageable. If it's just the points in the paint, even with Young on the bench for extended portions of that first quarter, Taggart didn't go crazy. 8 points is, don't get me wrong, it's not nothing. He's getting a lot of defensive rebounds, which impacts the way the game goes. But 8 points isn't going to beat you. But the 10 points from the outside and the fact that they come in threes just runs that score up really fast. So I'm not sure what exactly the answer is for Holy Cross. Hopefully Coach Stonecipher and coaches Gibas and Gibas have the answer. But I think to me, it's twofold. One, you've got to take a little bit better care of the basketball. There were just a couple of turnovers that didn't. One of them, I think only one of them really led directly to points.
Mm-hmm.
But turnovers aren't shots on your end of the floor, so you've got to find a way to limit those. I think if we remember from the Unity game, they had 7 turnovers the whole game, right? So
Yes.
as many in the first half as they did against Unity in the whole game. So we've got to do a better job there. And then we've taken 9 threes and only hit 1. I'm not saying that the answer has to be hit threes, but this is a team that does make a decent number of threes. And again, if you can get 2 more of those to go in, just as an example, because Braden had 1 that was hit both sides of the rim and rattled out. Even if just that 1 goes in, you've got an 8-point game instead of an 11-point game. And if you get another one, it's a 5-point game. So again, the answer can't just be hitting threes, but to me, as I kind of watch things, I think what I would like to see Holy Cross do on the offensive side is dribble into the paint against that zone and then kick out. And the other piece to that then is it's got to be different people driving in, because at least in the first half, it felt like it was mostly Colton that was probing the paint and then kicking out. Mm-hmm. And with Colton being your best shooter, I would like to see Braden or Eli or David, if he's in there, have them probe that paint and kick out to Colton, where he's hopefully going to get some open looks. I feel like that's part of the recipe. And then the other piece is when Colton does drive in, I actually think his best move is to go to the post players, and they've got to go up quick. A couple of times we've had shots that we could have taken, and it feels like we hesitated a little bit or didn't take a quick shot. And I don't know what the rationale is for that, but go up fast maybe before those St. John's defenders are ready, and maybe you can get a couple of fouls.
Yeah, and watching those guys, most of the post players, most of the times they spin back into the lane when the Eagles are playing up high, so that baseline has been available all night. A drop step towards the basket instead of pivoting out to the top would give them those quick looks. But if you do decide to go inside, I mean, the rule is get a big guy off his feet, give a pump fake, and then jump into it. They have 1 foul between those 3 star players, with Beasley the only one taking it so far. So try to get them out of rhythm, try to get them frustrated by giving those kind of looks. And if not, like if you give that pump and it's not there, like you say, some more kickouts. But hopefully with Stonecipher out on the arc, because when you are the one that comes to drive in and probe, then you take yourself out of the opportunity to typically to be the one to score the points, because you're just thinking assist. So some more ways to try to get Colton free. And for those post players to continue to be physical. Like, they are doing a great job, as we saw in the rebounding numbers, given what they're up against. Hopefully we get Charlie in for some more meaningful minutes and continue to punish them down low so that we can get back in it.
Again, your halftime show has been sponsored by the High School of St. Thomas More. Students today, community leaders tomorrow, Christ disciples forever. We've got about 40 seconds left on this halftime clock, and Holy Cross is going to have to kindle some of that magic that they had in the regional final from that state tournament run last year. Reality is that they're very capable of doing just that, but they've got to come out and do it.
Yeah, and the fun thing here is, look, like, just go after it. I mean, that's the beauty of the playoffs is, the no tomorrow aspect. So, if you're here watching with us, buckle up because, if and when we see this comeback, this is going to be really exciting to watch here over the next 12 minutes of game time, what Holy Cross does in order to pull this off.
And starters, mostly the same, one sub on each side. Surratt's in for Holy Cross. Quickly, it's going to be Wetzel, though. Wetzel cut to the free throw line, basket, 2 points for him. 23-10. Against that pressure, it's Ritter. Ritter to Stonecipher. Stonecipher to Surratt. Surratt back out top to Stonecipher. Stonecipher drives. Now he's going to go to Surratt. Surratt thought about going low, but doesn't. Stonecipher's going to put up a three. It's going to be short. Rebound, Taggart. I don't know if that's quite the three-point look that we're looking for. It's Beasley to Wetzel. Three-point shot up. It's going to be short. Rebound, Stonecipher. The St. John's gets back so quickly. You just can't run on them. Stonecipher to Surratt. Surratt now to Ritter. Ritter to Surratt to Stonecipher. Stonecipher's going to drive, going to drop it off for Young. 2-point shot up. It's going to be no good. And I think we're going to get a foul on Gibas. So for Jacks, that'll be foul number 2. There's a nice box out by Taggart. Gibas tried to knock it away and got a piece of the body. So now it's Beasley to Taggart, back to Beasley. He's going to drive toward the paint, going to drop it off for Wetzel. Now they're going to go back in the corner, drop it down for Taggart. Taggart drives baseline. Ball's going to be knocked away, eventually stolen by Surratt. Gibas got the first hand on it to knock it away. And Colton into the front court, drops it off for Ritter. Ritter to Stonecipher for a corner three. It's up, and it's good. We talked about needing to find a way to Colton get some shots. That corner three is the best one of the bunch.
Absolutely.
It's the shortest.
Absolutely. Let's see him ignite and start firing up this offense to do the same.
Into the front court now, it's Wetzel. Wetzel up top to Taggart. Taggart going to drive all the way into the paint. We're going to drop it up top for Beasley. Back to Taggart. Now it's in the corner for Wetzel. The three-point shot up is going to be no good. Rebound to Stonecipher. 23-10. Colton into the front court. Now going to go left wing to Ritter. Ritter, dribble handoff to Stonecipher. Drop it down for Young. Young spins into the paint. 2-point shot up is good.
That's that drop step. That's what we need. Something to move around that. He was able to do it to the middle with his height, but keep feeding.
Now it's Taggart quickly, head of steam, and he's going to get bumped by Ritter. Ritter's going to pick up his first foul. And I don't mind that foul from Ritter. Make Taggart think a little bit, definitely slow him down and not let him get all the way into the paint.
I was just thinking the same thing. You don't mind a little fire here, getting them out of their rhythm, bumping a little bit. Fouls are valuable, so using the right spots, that might also be the spark we need.
Marino checks back in. Eagles are gonna go up top to Wetzel. Wetzel, steal by Marino. Marino's gonna go quickly in the front court. He's gonna take it all the way to the basket, and it's gonna be, the layup's no good, but he's gonna get a foul on Wetzel. So for Wetzel, that'll be foul number 1 for him, right? Yep. Since Eli to the free throw line. But before we do that, we're gonna get a timeout for St. John's. The coach is gonna be full, so we'll be back in just a minute with more third quarter action.
A shout out for John Fletcher. From 5th grade to the final regionals tourney, John leaves it all on the court. Relentless work, unmatched heart. Finish strong. From your family. Shout out to the whole Holy Cross 8th grade basketball team. They have been a ton of fun to watch over the last 3 years. Favorite memory? Going 11-17 from 3 as a team against the Unity A team and winning the game 35-33. They only made one 2-pointer that game from the Marino family.
And welcome back to Martinsville Junior Senior High School. Again, our score right now, St. John's Eagles 23, Holy Cross Crusaders 15. Coming out of the timeout, we're going to have Eli Marino at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Could cut this down to a 2-possession game. Again, Eli a little under the weather, but showed the kind of fire, taking that pass from behind, going all the way in for a layup attempt and getting fouled. That's exactly what we need. We need that aggression. We're going to have to gamble a little bit to get some steals. Eagles a little slow coming out of that timeout to get down in the rebounding position, even though it doesn't really matter on this first one. Eli's first shot up is no good. Off the back iron a little bit. We'll get another one. Second shot up and good. 23-16. Eagles get it into Wetzel. Wetzel looking for help, gets it to Taggart, top of the key, guarded by Gibas. He's going to drive all the way into the paint. He's going to go out to Wetzel, 3-point shot up. Good. That one wasn't even particularly open. There was a hand in his face. That was a pretty decent closeout by Colton, and it just wasn't enough. And in the front court, it's Marino. Marino looks for some help. Double teamed. He's going to throw it up for Charlie. Charlie gets it. 2-point shot up and good. Nice little clear out. Bales went flying. No foul called. 3 minutes left to play. Now it's Taggart with a head of steam. He pulls up. Shot no good. Foul on Young. Did look like he got him on the arm, as much as I'd like it not to have been a foul. That is foul number 3 for Charlie. Sends Taggart to the line to shoot a pair. First shot is up and no good. Rimmed out. Even with those 3 fouls, Young's going to stay on the floor. No sign of Coach Stonecipher going to his bench. Second shot up, no good for Taggart. Rebound going to be controlled by Ritter after a couple of taps from Gibas. Ritter to Marino. Marino, he's going to drive to the basket, kick out to Stonecipher. Faked the 3, now he's going to drive to the basket himself. Kicks it over to Eli, 2-point shot up off the glass and good.
There's that teardrop that we love seeing out of Eli. Hopefully that continues to propel his team as he fights through, making the points for his team. Let's see him do it here on defense.
It's 26-12. Sorry, it's 26-20. That lead is dropped to 6. Up top, it's Varela. Varela, they're going to just let him go. Now it's to Taggart. Taggart's going to be guarded by Gibas. Kind of a man-to-man situation with Charlie just roaming the middle. Now it's Gibas. Taggart, fade away, no good. Rebound, Stonecipher. And coach is going to call a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here. Holy Cross crowd getting into it just a little bit now. Cut it down to a 6-point advantage. And some of the things we wanted to see, Dave, so far we've seen here in this third quarter.
Yeah, and if I was keeping track right, I think that was our 4th timeout. If anything, to use it here, he senses, like coach senses the momentum is now. So emphasizing the things that have been working for them here, just cleaning up a couple of things on defense. Really got to stay close on Wetzel. Like, he is doing the primary damage with, 3 threes and 2 right now. You know, he's up to 11 points. Get him in check, and it feels like the tide is turning here.
The other thing that I wonder, right, is Charlie doesn't have the best stamina on the team, and this is a time normally when Charlie would come out and get a break. So maybe this is a way to keep Charlie on the floor, because I think that's been effective as well. Quickly into the front court, it's going to be Marino. Marino needs some help. He gets it to Stonecipher. Stonecipher gets a screen, and now it's to Marino. Marino going to drive the paint, looks to Charlie, lobs it up, 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound going to be controlled by Gibas. Gibas gets it out to Ritter. Ritter to Marino. Marino to Stonecipher for that corner 3. Oh, in and out. Rebound by Bales. And they're caught up.
Still a good offensive set for Holy Cross, though. That's moving the ball they're used to.
Now it's to Beasley to Wetzel. Now up top to Beasley. Now they drop to Bales. Oh, Charlie.
Maybe a travel there on 34. I thought that first step came without the punch down on the ball. Then he did on the second, and unfortunately Charlie got caught slightly out of position.
Either way, it sends Bales to the line to shoot a pair. Bales' first shot up, no good. Again, you'd really like to have seen Charlie just go straight up there and make him shoot it over top. It's hard to shoot over a guy that's 6'7". Now Hartnett has to really do some yeoman's work for this next little stretch. Bales, second shot up, short, rebound Hartnett. Hartnett to Marino. Holy Cross going to push the pace. They've got Stonecipher. Oh, Stonecipher could have taken the three, but they get it out. Oh, jumped up in the air. It's going to be Wetzel. Wetzel's going to drive all the way to the basket for a layup. It's going to be no good. Rebound, Varela. He's on the line. Here I am trying to help the officials.
Yeah, likewise. They did the same thing, just pointed right down.
Wetzel got a hold of the ball, but his foot was on the line, so great job by Holy Cross getting back, stopping that layup. It looked for all the world like 2 points for going St. John's way. Now it's Holy Cross. Into the front court, it's Hartnett. Hartnett to Stonecipher. Stonecipher to Marino, top of the key. Now back to Stonecipher. Cross court to Ritter. Ritter didn't take the shot. Now it's going to go Marino. Marino's going to put up a three. No good. Rebound Bales. They get it to Taggart. Taggart with some pressure by Ritter. 26-20. Now it's Beasley. Beasley to Taggart. He's guarded by Stonecipher. Now they're going to go the corner to Wetzel. Wetzel three-point shot up. It's going to be short. That looked for all the world like a jump ball to me. Rebound's going to be controlled by Ritter, and they're going to get a foul on Taggart. Now the other thing, I think that for Taggart, that's foul number 1. One of the things I saw in one of the games I watched is Taggart can be a little bit excitable. He got a technical in the first minute and a half of the regional final. So 40 seconds to play. It's Gibas to Marino. Marino to Ritter. Ritter fakes the shot, pulls it back, throws it up to Marino. Top of the key, he's going to drive. He's going to go out to Hartnett. Hartnett to Stonecipher. Stonecipher's going to drive now. Going to go out to Ritter. Ritter, three-point shot up. Oh, in and out again. That's 2 for him. Rebound to Wetzel. Wetzel going to have his pocket fixed by Ritter. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds. Heck of a play by Braden. The result just not quite what we're hoping for, but still a heck of a hustle play and gave Holy Cross a chance.
A little difficulty figuring out what happens at this part. St. John needs to end down with the ball. Finally figured it out.
Now it's Beasley to Wetzel. 10 seconds to play. Into Taggart. Taggart into the paint. He's double teamed. Gets a shot up. No good. Rebound to Hartnett. 5 seconds. Colton's got to hurry to get a shot up. He's going to get it. It's a long heave. Oh, it's off the backboard. Still an encouraging quarter for Holy Cross. We'll be back in just a minute with fourth quarter action from Martinsville.
The Sharp family and Sharp Family Farms want to wish the best of luck to the 8th grade team on their postseason run. The Sharp family have been farming in East Central Illinois for 5 generations and grow corn and soybeans. The Sharps are avid supporters of Holy Cross School. If you have farmland you're looking to lease, contact Adam and he'll be happy to chat with you. Go Crusaders! Have you been hurt? Are your medical bills skyrocketing? Nobody handles personal injury cases like Stegman Law. They'll get you the compensation you deserve. Stegman Law in Savoy, Illinois. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Champaign County, you need to come first. At the Scott Bechtel Group, they believe that if you're not left with an amazing experience, they haven't done their job. They don't measure success through achievements or awards, but through the satisfaction of their clients. For all of your real estate needs, call the Scott Bechtel Group at Keller Williams Realty, the Real Estate Center of Illinois, 217-239-7202.
And we're back in Martinsville. Fourth quarter that's going to be all kinds of intense. Crusaders will start with possession. They get it to Marino. Marino to Stonecipher. Ball was almost stolen, but it's going to be kicked out to Ritter. Back to Marino. Marino probes the paint, goes to Ritter. Ritter's going to drive the basket. 2-point shot up's going to be no good and short. Rebound to Bales. He's going to be harassed by a couple of Crusaders. Now they've got to get back. Into the front court, it's going to be Taggart. Taggart's going to go right wing to Wetzel. Wetzel's 3-point shot up is going to be no good. Rebound Marino. That's only the first or second shot that Wetzel's missed all night. 5:30 to play. Dribble handoff to Stonecipher. Stonecipher to Marino. Marino tries to dump it inside to Hartnett. The ball is going to be stolen by Bales. Bales to Taggart. Taggart's going to take his time to bring the ball into the front court. He's going to drive all the way into the paint. He's going to drop it off for Bales. 2-point shot up and good. Bales did a nice job sealing off. I think that was Hartnett. In the front court, they go to Gibas. Gibas now going to go cross court to Ritter. Ritter to Marino, top of the key, right side to Ritter. Ritter pulls it back, goes to Stonecipher. Stonecipher, he's going to drive and dish to Ritter. Ritter fakes the shot. Now he's going to go corner to Stonecipher, pump fake, drives into the paint, cross court to Marino. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebound Gibas. Gibas has got to go right back up with it. He does, can't make it. Rebound, we're going to have a jump ball, I hope. Possession arrow is going to belong, though, to St. John's. And here he is. Here he comes back, Charlie Young. With those 4 fouls, also checking in for St. John's is Thompson. Charlie's got to find a way to stay on the floor for these last 4:42. Control the paint and give Holy Cross a chance.
Yeah, let Holy Cross pressure the perimeter a bit more, especially try to disrupt Wetzel, but don't let Bales get sneaky underneath. Charlie can handle that, then maybe we can get our guards out there like this.
Taggart now with possession, guarded by Ritter. Now they're going to go up top to Bales. Bales looking for some help. He finds Taggart. Taggart finds a cutting Thompson. 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound going to be controlled again by Taggart. They get it out to Beasley. Beasley dribbles into the paint. 2-point shot up and good. 30-20. 4 minutes left to play. Holy Cross has got to find a way to get some points fast. Cross court to Hartnett. Hartnett to Ritter. Ritter gets it to Stonecipher. Stonecipher, he's going to dribble, pull it back, pump fake, dump off for Gibas. 2-point shot up, and it's good. Nice possession there for Holy Cross. Now you got to get a stop. Get it back on the other end. This is Wetzel. Wetzel to Taggart. Taggart drives. Gets it out to Beasley. Beasley back to Taggart. He's going to be fouled by Ritter. But for Braden, that should be foul number 2. Oliveira going to check in. Brody seeing his first action. Hartnett going to take a break. Brody has the ability to light it up from outside, so I think we're just trying to get another shooter on the floor.
That, and maybe if it starts getting a little away from us, maybe somebody just come in and be active with the hands. You're going for the ball, but if you make a foul just to slow the clock, so be it.
Taggart up top. Go back to Wetzel. Wetzel going to probe. Go cross court to Beasley. Beasley from pressure, gets it back to Wetzel. Now to Taggart, top of left wing. He's going to drive the paint, kick it out to Beasley. Beasley tries to make a pass. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to be stolen by Ritter. Ritter had Stonecipher in the front court, and Wetzel was coming from out of bounds, and Ritter just didn't see him. It's going to be a foul on Colton. It'll be foul number 1 up for Colton. I can't see the great scoreboard here. I think that's 2 fouls this quarter. And timeout. I think that's Holy Cross taking our last timeout, so we'll be back in just a minute.
We all have it, that list of things you want done around the house. Finding someone to do it is overwhelming, and you just don't want to be ripped off. Black Diamond Maintenance is your go-to honey-do list guy. Want that big mirror hung up? Bathroom refresh? Want a new coat of paint in the living room? We are your guy. The list of what we can do is endless. Champaign, Urbana, Rantoul, Mahomet, and surrounding communities. Give us a call for your free estimate. 217-377-8850. Let our guys be your guy.
What are we at, like about 3 minutes?
And we're back with just around 3 minutes left to play. Fourth quarter action. Holy Cross down 30-22. Looking for that spark. Had it for a second. Cut the lead to 6.
Jack Skibas continues to come out of every timeout, just pumping up his team, keeping the fire, keeping the belief. You saw it there in the third quarter. They came out on fire. Their step, their swagger was different. They've got 3 minutes here to reclaim it, and if anybody can do it, it's going to be these Crusaders.
Falling down into Beasley. Beasley back to Taggart. Taggart to Wetzel. Now he goes cross court back to Beasley. Beasley looking for help. He goes to Taggart, top of the key. Now it's Wetzel. Wetzel going to go cross court to Beasley. Beasley to Taggart. Now he's going to drive into the paint. Pump Pump fake, nope, no good. Rebound controlled by Young. Nice strong rebound there by Charlie. Got onto it a little bit there with Taggart, but no call. Ritter's going to put up a three from the right wing. No good. Rebound, Taggart. Big collision over there, no foul called either. Now we're at 2:20 left to play. Ritter's going to foul Taggart there, I think, just to get the foul count up. But that is 3 for Braden, so he does have to be a little bit careful. Marino's going to check back in. Oliveira's going to take a seat. We need one of those patented Eli steals from behind, preferably one that leads to a 3. For the Eagles, it's Taggart. Taggart has the ball knocked away, but he gets it back. Again, drive to the paint. It's Bales, 2-point shot up, no good. Rebound Young. Young to Marino. 2:10 left to play. Holy Cross got to find a way to get a basket. It's Ritter. Ritter gets the foot back. It's a 3, and it's good. 30-25. 5-point game. 2 minutes left to play. Now it's Beasley into the front court. He's picked up by Gibas. Now it's Ritter. Handoff to Taggart, guarded by Marino. He drives to the right corner. Get closer and make that 5-second count go. Taggart still just dribbles. Now he's going to go into the paint. He dribbled it off his own foot, and that's going to be Holy Cross basketball. The official had a great look at it. Taggart tried to go between his legs, behind his back, maybe both at the same time. Minute 38. Holy Cross down 5. Marino goes into Gibas. Going to hand it off to Stonecipher. Oh, he lost the handle. He was going to go for a quick one, I think. Now it's Stonecipher. He's going to launch a long 3. It's going to be short. And it's going to be out of bounds. The ball's going to go to St. John's. Now the full court press. Oh, and we're going to get a timeout.
Quite fortunate, too, because Coach Stonecipher was calling for what looked like a diamond press, and Holy Cross was a little out of sorts, so this will help them get organized, too.
We'll be back in just a second at the end of this ball game.
It takes a lot to be a coach. It takes even more to be a great coach. You plan practice, go to the games, worry about playing time, and skill development. The Holy Cross 8th graders have been blessed with great coaches and great coaching. The parents would like to sincerely thank the Holy Cross 8th grade boys basketball coaches for their time, leadership, and dedication to these young men.
All right, we are back. We're going to have Surratt check back into the game. 2 main purposes, 2 goals for David here. One is if he can get a steal, that would be outcome number 1, that would be best. Next best outcome is to foul somebody that's a non-shooter and hope that St. John's misses the free throws. This is kind of what I call the turbo lineup here. Turbo plus Charlie. Got Braden, or Stonecipher, Surratt, Marino, and Gibas. Charlie back here to protect the rim.
Oh, this would be a good time to just set the ball on the ground and start chopping. St. John's continues to kind of take their time to inbound the ball and play the game.
And it'll be Taggart. Taggart's going to go deep. He got it to Bales. He stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Holy Cross ball. Bales wants a foul on Marino, and there was some level of contact, but Bales stepped out of bounds, and that was not due to the contact. And we're going to get a quick sub. Ritter's going to check back in. Surratt's going to take a seat. Braden's had 2 threes rattle in and out. Maybe now's when one of those goes in.
First one to score 3 for us, so yeah, keep firing them, boys.
Ritter, oh, he shuffled his feet. That could have been a travel. He needs some help. He finds Stonecipher. Stonecipher's 3 from the right wing. Good! 30-28. Now it's Taggart. Taggart, ball's deflected. Picked up by Marino. Marino's 2-point shot up. No good. Rebound to Taggart. Ball's going to be knocked away. Picked up by Thompson. Now it's Wetzel. Wetzel to Taggart. Taggart to Bales. Bales thought about a shot but didn't. He's the guy you want to foul. And we're going to get a timeout for St. John's. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it right here, folks. 55.6 seconds left to play. St. John's Lions 30, Holy Cross Crusaders. Oh, no, it is a full timeout. So we will be back in just a second with the last minute of this game. And we're back in Martinsville. Holy Cross is ready to rock and roll. Coach Stonecipher giving a last-second instruction over there to Surratt. Again, there's a reasonable chance that instruction was foul and on shooter if he gets the ball. A steal would be even better. Steal to lead to a bucket, even better than that. 55.6 seconds left to play. Beasley will inbound for St. John's. He's going to drop it off for Wetzel. Oh, and they're going to get a foul. For a second, I thought we had the steal, but it's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Surratt. That'll be his first. And if my math is correct, that's 4 as a team, and that's what Dave thinks too over here. So 53.7 now. They're going to go way up top to Barala. He's guarded by Stonecipher. Oh, yeah, he's a guy that you might want to foul. He's not one of their starters, and they're going to get David with his second foul, and that'll send Barala to the line to shoot a pair. So this is Christopher Barala. He's a lefty. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. First shot is up and no good. We got a sub. Ritter will come back in for Surratt. 48.3 to play. On a miss, the rebound here is critical for both teams. Barala's shot is up and no good. Rebound tipped out, and it's corralled by Wetzel. Wetzel is going to be fouled by Marino. And that was unfortunate for Holy Cross. Just a long rebound off of a free throw attempt, longer than you typically expect. A couple of good box outs, but just didn't pan out for Holy Cross. Sends Wetzel to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Wetzel's first shot is up and good. 31-28. St. John's on top, 45.1 seconds left to play. Wetzel with a second. And it's good as well. It's Marino. Marino into the front court. Dribble handoff, going to go right wing to Ritter. Ritter, now he needs some help. He's going to go Marino, top of the key. Three-pointer is going to be no good. Rebound, oh, just too strong for Gibbous, and it's Taggart. He's going to be fouled by Ritter. So for Braden, that's 4. Sends Taggart to the line. Lions on top by 4 right now. Looks like their coach is conceding the rebound. Well, maybe not. Either way, it's 2 shots for Taggart. Her shot is up and no good. A little bit better matchup here with Taggart at the line. If he misses, a better chance for Holy Cross to get this rebound. Taggart's second shot is up and good. 5-point advantage. Holy Cross needs to get a quick bucket. Doesn't have to be a 3, but it's got to be quick. It's to Ritter. Ritter, he needs some help. He's going to put up that 3. It's going to be no good. Rebound controlled by Bales, but we're going to have a jump ball, and possession arrow is going to belong to Holy Cross.
They continue to fight. Jax and Trolley doing their jobs down low to get that ball. Let's convert a quick bucket here.
Holy Cross inbound underneath the rim basket. Right side, it's Ritter. Corner 3, up, long. Rebound to Gibbous, to Stonecipher. He's got a corner 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, it's loose. Ritter ends up with it. Shots up and good. Gibbous is hurt. Now this is an interesting situation, folks. Gibbous is hurt down on the ground. Holy Cross doesn't have any timeouts if my math is correct. So this stoppage really helps Holy Cross. We feel bad for Jax. That's our primary concern, is Jax. And Coach Rich Gibbous, his dad, is out there to chat with him. My expectation is that he'll have to be subbed out because of the injury timeout.
Yeah, especially to the head or to the face area. Officials might even want to do an examination of the concussion protocol if he comes back in. Hopefully it comes to that if we can get 3 more here.
And John Fletcher is going to check in for Jax. Again, that primary concern is for Jacks, but fortunate here that Holy Cross is going to get a chance to steal or foul. And they're going to foul Wetzel, who just made a pair. 4.5 seconds left. This is a tough spot. 2 fouls for Colton. If Wetzel makes either of these, it becomes incredibly difficult for Holy Cross. Wetzel's first shot is up and no good. Hartnett going to check in for Fletcher. Better rebounder. Clock will start as soon as the ball is touched. So on a miss, Holy Cross has to go fast to get a shot up. Wetzel's second shot up, no good. Rebound to Taggart. Taggart to Wetzel, and that'll do it, folks. Our final score from Martinsville is going to be St. John's Eagles 33, Holy Cross Crusaders 30. We'll be back in just a little bit to wrap up the sectional championship game from Martinsville.
Extra strikes, every second counts. Blue Sky Restoration is on call 24/7, ready to respond to fire, water, and storm damage the moment it happens. We act fast to protect your home, your business, and everything that matters. For mold cleanup and reconstruction needs, we bring the same urgency, care, and expertise. Our crews communicate clearly from start to finish, because it's not just about fixing damage, it's about restoring your confidence. Call your local team here at Blue Sky. We're ready when you need us most.
Holy Cross School in Champaign, Illinois is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Holy Cross Athletics. Holy Cross School is a faith-centered community fostering lives of service, integrity, and lifelong learning. Holy Cross has a legacy of faith and education to nurture today's learners for tomorrow's challenges. Holy Cross features a kindergarten readiness program for students as young as 3 through middle school and an aftercare program. Holy Cross is more than just a school, it's a community of believers supporting each child as they navigate life. We are Holy Cross. When the Crusaders miss a shot, they rely on a team effort to clean up the glass. Every week, you count on a team to haul your garbage away. The reliable, family-owned choice is Illini Recycling. As longtime supporters of Holy Cross, the Illini Recycling team is ready to serve your family's garbage and recycling hauling needs. If you're not already a customer in Champaign, Savoy, or, as of January 1st, Mahomet, go to their website, IlliniRecycling.com, to sign up. Go Crusaders!
We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead. It's not like anything you've seen. Yeah, you best believe. We are the answers to your dreams. We only guarantee. We got just everything you need. We're here to take the lead.
You ain't seen nothing like this. You ain't seen nothing like this.
And welcome back to Martinsville Junior Senior High School. Again, your final score of this post-game show is going to be brought to you by Illini Recycling. Illini Recycling, your locally owned family business that offers garbage hauling and recycling services to Champaign, Savoy, and Mahomet areas. Sign up at IlliniRecycling.com. A frustrating end for Holy Cross. I think if they could have that first half back, they would love to. That's unfortunately not how sports works. You get one go at it, and St. John's is a tough team, an excellent team. They executed, I think, a little bit better than Holy Cross, particularly in the first half. But Dave, do you have some numbers for us, and then we'll kind of maybe wrap things up?
Yeah, you called it. It was a tale of two halves, whereas we were down 21-10 at half. Holy Cross beat them in the second half, 20-12, but just a little too much with the Eagles having a slight edge. So yeah, we struggled from three-point, only 17% tonight. Did well inside, but that's what the Eagles were willing to concede. So shot 44% inside the arc. 9 turnovers really cleaned that up a bit better in the second half, and also improved our rebounds, 30 up from 13 in the first half. But the Eagles had the sustained excellence for most of the game. Still shot 31% from beyond the arc, 38% inside, matching essentially what Holy Cross did. 9 turnovers and 29 rebounds. So awesome to see that fire from Holy Cross going out on a high note in the second half. Just didn't have enough of it in the first half to match up with them well, and just, I guess, too big of a hole to climb out of.
Yeah, I think that's, again, there's not any one specific thing that the game hinges on necessarily, but a couple of things that could have maybe had things go a little bit differently. If Charlie can stay out of foul trouble and patrol those boards a little bit better, both in the first half and even early in the third quarter, picked up a foul and had to take a seat for a while. Um, you know, Found some better ways to get Colton some shots late. The other thing that we talked about kind of off air was Holy Cross had a chance to tie the game, and again, it's easy to see here from the sidelines and say that Stone Cipher was closer to the basket and wide open, but in the chaos of getting a steal, Marino just didn't see him and made the right play. Like 90% of the time, you're happy with Eli driving to the basket to shoot a layup. Unfortunately, it doesn't go in. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the foul call. Um, and so all credit to both teams. I think either team would have represented well on Saturday at state. Um, Obviously, we're disappointed that it's not Holy Cross, but I think we can safely say that St. John's is going to go and do well on Saturday, and we wish them good luck. Um, any last couple of thoughts, Dave, before we wrap up the post-game show?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch two high-quality, fairly even teams. I mean, they had different strengths. St. John's strengths kind of outmatched ours, but again, just awesome to see these players from Holy Cross who have been so excellent for so long, exceptional talents that'll continue to play well individually in the future, but awesome to see them continue to gel and work with one another in this final game. So certainly went out with, I think, a blaze of glory there in the second half.
And Coach Stonecipher is going to come over and talk with us. I wasn't sure if he would be up for that, but we're going to be glad that he's here, and we're glad he's going to join us. So we'll hear his thoughts. I'm going to imagine he's going to echo a lot of the things that we just said, but we appreciate Coach coming up here.
Yeah, it'd be great to get. I mean, these boys deserve more of a full retrospective too, and I think Coach will come and have things to say about the whole season in addition to what happened in this game, and give these guys their flowers, as they say.
Yeah. Well, Coach, a hard-fought game. The boys made an excellent comeback in the second half. It didn't end up with the result that we wanted, but I'm not sure exactly what you want to chat about and lead the discussion, but
sure.
Congratulations on a great season, a historic run for this group when we think about 7th and 8th grade. So
yeah, great career. I did just want to kind of come on and just say that, I told the boys, I don't know if it was the timeout in the third quarter or between quarters, but I just, champions die hard. And, as critical as I was about our effort in the second quarter, where really this game kind of got away from us, super proud on the flip side of just the effort, in the second half. And my goodness, there was at least 3 shots. I know Braden had 2 of them, and Colton had 1 that looked like they touched the net. And just, if we just get one of those to drop, it's a different game. But, we knew this was going to be a battle. This is a really strong squad. Yeah, they're just a beast. And, kind of felt like we had some adversity kind of from the morning we got up this morning. I may have talked on the broadcast. Eli's not 100%. Charlie picks up 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the ball game. So this whole game was just adversity, one thing after the other, but man, so proud of just the way the guys fought back. And if we can just get one of those shots to drop, it's a different outcome. And yeah, a lot of sad boys there in the locker room. At the end of your 8th grade year, I know we've got David as a 7th grader. He's got another year of middle school ball, but for most of the other guys, this is the end of the road. And so, that's with that comes just a ton of emotions. And but hopefully these boys all got some lessons they can take, whether you want to apply it to how you approach school, how you approach other sports. There's a lot of things you can take from today. A lot of good lessons learned in losses, as painful as it can be sometimes. And I thought our boys learned a couple. But super proud to be their coach, super proud of their fight, and wouldn't take anybody else.
Absolutely. And, I think, and we can maybe just hear your emotion there a little bit, Coach. And the other thing that, I appreciate about this group in particular, but the school as a whole, is it's not just your group of kids out here playing basketball.
Correct.
These guys are friends. They care about each other. They hang out after school.
Yep.
They're in a fantasy basketball
Yeah,
league together.
it's a very connected group of kids, and like I said, a lot of them been, you know, uh, most of this squad's been together since 5th grade. We've obviously got a couple new ones along the way, but yeah, it's a very connected group, and just a great group of kids, and they're going to do some great things. And no matter what they want to try to achieve, they're against, they're a good goal-oriented group, and I just can't say enough positive things just about their heart, their effort, and just my time as their coach.
Absolutely. I think that's the perfect way to end it. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for coming,
Yep.
Coach.
Yep. Again, real quick, again, for anybody that might still be listening, again, appreciate all the support. The only, obviously the loss stings, but the one thing that was, we do wish we had a draw that might have been a little closer to home. We didn't quite, it's very difficult even for our families to get here, our players, and so, but it's not lost. I mean, just all the support we've had from the administration, the teachers, the entire student body, the community. I've gotten letters from parishioners, sent to my home. Just again, it's just been a great experience. It takes a village, and Holy Cross is a great community, and just couldn't be, wouldn't want to be affiliated with any other program or any other school. So,
Alrighty.
there we are.
Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
you all.
Appreciate it. Coach said it best. Thanks to all the families. Thanks to all the supporters. We've enjoyed bringing these games to you. We're sorry that this run ends here instead of next Thursday, but that's life. That's sports. So, any last words, Dave?
The thing that stuck with me watching Shane here, Coach Stonecipher, seeing his demeanor, seeing the expression on his face, and he mentioned a lot of sad boys in there, and you saw it on the court. We don't get to see it in the locker room, but that sadness or that loss or that feeling they have right now, that's just an extension of how much they care about one another, how much this really means, whether it was this or some other obstacle along the way. But as Coach even talked about it, like just one obstacle after the next, whether it was turnovers or whether it was Eli's illness, and they persevered over it. And what they feel at the end is just the dump of emotion and energy that they were giving to this team, to this school for those last 4 years. And it comes at this moment here, but ultimately it's a testament that those emotions showcase how much they invested in the team, how much they invested in Holy Cross, and it was awesome to hear that they had a leader like Coach Stonecipher instilling that in them. So sad in one respect, but big picture, like Coach kind of gave in that final salvo, a real testament to these boys and to the Holy Cross community in general.
Perfectly said. So thanks everyone for joining us. If you've been watching along or if you're trying to watch later, I will try to, I think there is a recording of this on the box that I've got here, and if there is, I will put that up there so that hopefully it's a little bit cleaner, because we did hear we were dropping some frames and some audio. But thanks everyone for joining us on this journey. We wish it lasted just a little bit longer. And there's sad boys, there's sad parents, there's sad announcers that this is over. But as Dave said, that speaks to what it means to the players, to the parents, to the fans. And so we thank you for joining us on this journey. As Coach said, it's not just the team, it's a village. So we thank you for being our village. Drive safe, stay warm. Hopefully spring is coming, and we'll see you all soon. God bless.